Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. Today I'm going to be making my first podcast, so if you guys would, please like and subscribe. So, I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was trying to tell me that, he was trying to tell me that Dodge is better than Chevy. I disagree with that. So I started looking up numbers. Chevy has more horsepower. The Dodge has more torque. Way more torque. Well, let's see. 85. It has almost 200 more foot-pound of torque. Can tow more. The Dodge can tow more. Has better payload capacity. It's got a 410 rear end, but the transmissions fall out of them. It's Cummins. It's only an inline six. Duramax is a V8. I mean, I personally like Chevy, but I really don't think either of them would be a bad option. Other than that, we were talking about hunting and stuff, and he was telling me stories about hunting, and well, I'll tell you the story of my first deer. So we got into the stand. It was about 6:30. We got into the stand. Around 6:45, my dad tells me that he thinks he sees a deer in the brush. So I get my gun up. Not shooting light yet. I just get my gun up in case it comes out when shooting light comes around. And shooting light comes around, and this deer walks on the open trail. Well, it was almost shooting light. 5 minutes right before. And I got my scope because I could see through it at that point. And at first I thought it was a doe. So I was telling my dad that it looks like a doe. I still probably will shoot it because that would have been my first deer. And then this guy picks his head up, and all I see is horn. And it was a pretty tall horn. I was like, dang, that might be a big deer. So I just thought it might be a big deer. Might only be a spike. So shooting light came around. It was like 7, I don't know, it was 7 something. First light. And this deer, it's just about off the trail now, but there's still enough opening where I could shoot it in the lungs. So pulled the rifle up and I shot it in the lungs, and she didn't hold 180 and started running the other way towards the water, because that's what deer do when they get shot. And died right on a trail. Like, it was an easy tracking job. Other than that, that's about it. Last Saturday I went hunting. We were sitting there. It was about 9 o'clock. This doe comes. It was archery, so this doe comes past at about 80 yards. It gets like dead in front of us, and I thought it was gonna come in towards us so I could get a shot off. But instead of coming in towards us, it turns the complete opposite way and walks dead away from us. So didn't get to shoot that. But if I had the rifle, it would have been dead if it was rifle season. We also got some really good trail camera pictures. I got a 12 point, couple 4.5 points, and I got a really nice split tine 8 point. It's crazy that I've seen all these deer here, because usually I hunt in 2D. There's not usually a ton of huge deer here, but that 12 point I have is pretty big. I think I got the video of it. I can show it to you. Here, I got my phone. And let's see where this 12 point is. Right here. It's just now coming to the camera now. Like, it's a pretty big deer. This is when it was still in velvet. This is the best video I got of him. I've gotten a few other pictures, but that one's just the best I've gotten. So, yeah, I don't have the picture of the split tine 8-point. My brother's got that on his phone. I'll get him to send it to me sometime, and I'll show you guys. But yeah, I might be getting a new 4-wheeler in a year or two. I'm looking at the Honda Ranchers and Sportsman 450s. I'll pull up a couple pictures here real quick. While I'm doing that, we've been looking at a new truck. We probably won't buy it, but it's in transit, and I think somebody's put a down payment on it. But it's a 21 GMC AT4 2500 Duramax. It's white, but it's a nice truck. Polaris Sportsman 470. Let me get this searched up here real quick. Where's the green? There. I'm going to either get something like this, because I already got a Polaris now, and there's a Polaris dealership right down the road from my house. Just make it easy. Also, Honda Rancher 420. I would consider that too. It would have to be the foot shift with the digital screen and 4-wheel drive. The only thing I don't like about the Honda is that they're slow. Not saying that a Sportsman 450 is going to be fast, but it's going to be faster than the Rancher 420. And also, the aftermarket world for Polaris is just, it's so much bigger. Snorkel-wise, I'd say Honda takes the lead for that in the aftermarket world. But, you know, like, you can find a set of 29.5-inch Outlaw 2s that came off of an high lifter and put them on there. I'll bolt right up. Just might be a little much for a 450. So I found a nice set of 28-inch Moto Havocs with 15-inch ITB Hurricane wheels. That if I got a Sportsman, that's what I'd put on. I don't know. I'll probably would try to find something other than Moto Havocs. I saw in this tire. It's like called a Terminator or something. First time I ever saw it, but I thought it was a pretty neat tire. If I get a 4 like that, I'd plan to take it out different places and go riding. I'd like to do that now, I just really don't have the time. And I don't really have the 4-wheeler to be doing that stuff. A dirt bike, though. It's actually not even running right now. Well, she's an 03, and it had the original carb when I got it. And it needed a rebuild. You know, they wore out over time. Putting 87 ethanol gas in it, you know, it's not made for that, but, you know, it cycles it. I kind of put a hurting on it. So I bought an Amazon carburetor because I had full intentions of putting that Amazon carb on there and rebuilding my OEM carburetor while that Amazon carb was on there, and I'd still be able to ride it. And I just never got around to building the OEM carburetor, and well, here we are with a bike that it'll run, but you can't ride it. I was riding around the yard when this happened, and I hit the gas, and I let off, and instead of going back down to the RPM, she stayed up there in that RPM. So I think I'm gonna buy a rebuild kit for my old carburetor, my OEM one. I don't know. I might be getting a new bike here soon. I've considered getting the CRF 125 and the 150s. They're both nice bikes. The TTR 125s look good too. I like them. Yeah. That's about it. See, with four-wheelers, I've looked at a Yamaha Wolverine 450 actually in person, and I've sat on it. I just don't like it. I can't believe I'm about to say this right now, but for Christmas this year, I might ask for an SSR 110, because as a pit bike, it would be something that I could have fun destroying and not have to worry about the consequences because they're so cheap. I'm just looking at the 110 semis, like they're $950. They're not any good. That's something I'd buy and just goof around on and do wheelies and stuff and destroy pretty much. Probably just cut the exhaust off of it if I got one of them. But yeah. I think I'm either gonna decide do a new four-wheeler or a new dirt bike for Christmas in like a couple of years. I'll probably ask for a four-wheeler because a dirt bike, they're cheaper than four-wheelers, and that's something I can buy myself when I get a job. But, you know, if I go out and buy a dirt bike, a brand new dirt bike up too, I can get my credit score up and stuff like that when I get older. So that's probably what I'll do. If I got the Ranger or the Sportsman, I'd put snorkels on it and mud tires, and probably like, if I got the Honda, I'd probably put like a HMF exhaust on it. But if I got a Polaris, I might even consider an RJWC exhaust. Maybe a Yoshi.